last one I want to cover is hybrid, or what we call partner publishing. And just to be clear, Defiance and Keynote and all of our imprints, we do both traditional and what we call partner publishing. Here's some of the industry called hybrid publishing. It started out with hybrid. We actually partner with our authors. And here's some of the differences. Typically, in a partner publishing deal, the authors keep 100% of their rights. And they always do with us. All of our authors keep all of their rights, including their movie rights. Now, we have provisions if for instance, we have gotten options on movie deals for authors, but authors are going to keep 100% of their rights. The royalties are much higher in a hybrid partner deal. They could be north of 50%. The author does share in a portion of the production cost. Unlike vanity publishing, where 100% of the production costs are covered by the author, here it's typically a partnership. And in that partnership, it takes Defiance and most publishers to do a book correctly, somewhere between $25,000 and $35,000 to launch a book the right way. So you can see that there's a lot of risk in a book even before you even print it. So in this one, the hybrid or the partner publisher is sharing in the production cost in exchange for a higher royalty. And what that does is it opens the door for a lot of authors who may have written a really good manuscript, but allows the publisher and the author to share in the risk of bringing that to market. And when the author is sharing in the portion of production costs, typically a hybrid publisher or a partner publisher will have different levels of participation in that. And those levels are usually include some marketing costs. And as those levels grow, so does the royalties. Most hybrid partner publishers will have distribution access. They have access to distribution partners that do have return policies. And so again, that's another question to ask of any partner hybrid publisher. Do they really have distribution? Is there a return policy that would enable a bookseller to even order the books? Hybrid partners support all formats. With us, even we go a step further, we even do the audiobooks, and not all those will support audiobooks. We believe that it's very important, not in every genre, but in most genres, to have a corresponding audiobook available when the book releases. There's still, we'll save this for another day and another video, but the audiobook and the ebook are the most profitable pieces of publishing a book from both the author's standpoint and from the publisher's standpoint. So those are real two critical formats that you have to have. The other thing is people that go directly to Amazon. If you've ever dealt with social media or Google or Facebook or even Amazon, it's extremely difficult to get a live person. And, does your publisher have access? Do they have a dedicated team at Amazon? Can they get problems resolved? Because I'm telling you right now that Amazon has issues, and it's not always perfect, and they make mistakes, and it's not very easy to get mistakes that Amazon makes undone or corrected. And so what is the support from that? And then the marketing assistance. Anyone that tells you that we're still not very dependent on the author to be involved in their marketing just wants your money. If you're going to pay it like a vanity publisher, there are certain things that we know that are minimum things that the author needs to do for them to be successful marketing their book. They have to have a social media presence. And again, whether they do it or somebody does it for them, we have folks like Nick that's on here who helps authors with those kind of challenges. You don't have to know social media, but as an author, you have to promote yourself. And it involves having an Amazon profile as an author, having a Goodreads profile as an author, and doing some of the things that we recommend that we can supplement and add to help someone market their book. But the author has to be involved in that. This is never a scenario where you write a book, you give it to a publisher, and you sit back, smoke a cigar, and wait for the money to roll in. It just doesn't work that way. And Mark Pruitt, who's our director of author acquisitions, has a great saying that I'll steal from him. He just says, you need to treat your book as a business, because it really is a business, and operate the book and the promotion of the book as a business. So a hybrid partner publishing will give you some assistance in marketing, and then there's things that you can do to supplement as an author with that marketing. And that's going to vary by the package that you buy from a partner publisher and by the partner publishing firm themselves.
So if I'm an author and I'm looking to publish this partner publishing model, the attraction here is that I'll keep 100% of my rights while still making 50% royalties, and I'm going to have a partner in the deal where it's like we're both in this together. It's not like I'm just coming to you, paying you to publish my novel, and then it's goodbye. It's like we're in this together, and the objective is to sell the book.
Right. Now, I'll speak for us. We want the book to sell. We don't make our money in partner publishing deals. It only covers a fraction of the cost of publishing a book. Ultimately, we need books to sell. And so every effort that we're making is to sell your book, okay, as an author. And the more the author participates in that with us, the better chance we both have of you hitting your goals for your book. But it requires the author to participate, and we really do consider it a partnership with our authors going forward. Then the other thing is the post-release support. Again, the success of your book doesn't end as soon as it's released to the public. That's actually, there's a lot of things that have to be done in advance of that to promote the book, to get it ready for release. The release needs to be strategic, which means that you just don't pick a day in the calendar and do it. There has to be some strategy to how it's released, what the media is behind it, how we're going to advertise it, what the author is going to do, because in the first 3 months, the first 90 days after a book's released is really going to tell the tale to see how successful that book is. And the longer a book goes, the interest dwindles on the book. Okay. So the first 90 days is very critical. And actually, I would argue that the 30 days before the book's released is critical. So you've got about a 4-month window to maximize the opportunity for that book. And so you need a publishing partner who will help you in the strategy and be strategic with the release of your book, and not just get it to market and let it sit and not sell. So I think that's one of the things that we're really good at. And I think that kind of gives you an overview